I'm Alan Curtis, and this is the Ultimate Builder. This is a app I've been working on, a web app for Founder Sport Group. And what it is it's a athletic apparel customizer where you can take text and add it to your jersey or your t-shirt and upload art, then add a roster, save it, and then add it to your cart and order this product, and then it'll come shipped to you with all the customization that you did to it. So let's get started. At the top here, we have the header where it displays the product you're editing, and then help buttons. On the left-hand side, we have tab navigation. And to the right of that is just the shelf of what you're currently editing. And in the center, we have a preview of the product. And then on the far right, we have view selection, so you can change and see the different views of the product. And at the bottom right, we do have a decoration price counter to just keep track of any upgrades that you end up doing to the product. Let's start walking through. Here we are at the Colors tab. So with the Colors tab selected, you can hover over the colors. It will give you a preview. If you leave, it will go back to the original. And if you select it, it will make it the active color. I'm going to stick with this royal blue and add stitching. And you can see here that adding stitching did update the decoration price counter. And we're going to head on over here. I'm going to change to Columbia blue, and you can see that now the stitching has a Columbia blue and the shirt has the royal blue. Now let's move on over to adding some text. Here we are at the Add Text tab. As you notice, our product has these rectangles now on there. These are locations where you can drop text. So you can either drag and drop text, boom, or you can add new text by typing it in, hello, and selecting a location and hitting the add to design. So this is one way we give our users the ability to add text to the product. We can delete them here. I'm going to give an example of now our swap and replace. So this is text A there, and we will change the color to, and I will select this right location, and I will call this B, and we'll just do the letter B so it's very clear. Oh, I'll keep the color yellow. All right, so this happens when you want to change the location, either from this drop down, where this drop down will actually give you a hover of where the location you're at. But if I did want to switch to a location that is already being taken, it will bring up a modal saying, do you want to cancel, swap, or replace? And if we end up hitting swap, it will swap those locations. The other way to do a swap and replace is if I actually click and drag, I can drop this guy anywhere. So I can drop him in this location, or I can drop him back here. The other place is I can drop him over an existing location where it will pop up the swap and replace modal again. And this time I'll actually do a replace, which will clear the old text and put in just the new one. And that is the swap and replace. We're going to add some custom text. I'm going to add Huskies. I'm going to select the location that I want to drop into, add it to the design. So this is the text we're working with. If you change the text value, actually, it will update. We will keep it as Huskies. You can change the font types. You can change the fill color. I'm actually just going to add an outline and an outline 2. You can add text effects, which are kind of like straight, arch, bridge. Here, you can make the size bigger, also update its rotation. And you can see that when it rotates, it actually stays inside this bounding box because that is the print safe zone for this location. All right, the last thing here is the decoration method, which is the type of actual material that is going to be used to print onto the product itself. So I think this is a good start right here. Now we'll go into adding an image. All right, let's move on over to the upload art. I have uploaded a bunch of art already, but just to show you how, you would click on the drag image, or you can click to open up the browser and select the image you want. Open, you end up going through where you want to save it. Save. It now adds it to my uploads, and I'm just going to click and drag and drop this guy right in the middle here. I like that. I'm going to put him there, and maybe I'll move the font down just a little bit, give it some kind of cool overlap. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty good. And that's kind of what it looks like with adding art. Now let's move on over to adding the roster. We are on the Add Rosters tab now, and what we're going to be doing here is adding a roster. So we'll just do a couple names real quick. We'll say Wilson, his number is 23, he's a medium. We got Johnson, he is 44, and he is a large. And then we got Miles, and his number is 84. And he is extra large. So you can either download a template, you can add it manually here, and then when you go to checkout, anywhere where you have these text types, so player name, so you add a player name to the back, it goes there, and if we add a player number and we add that to the back, and we go to the roster, anywhere where the player name is, it will get swapped with the name on the roster, and anywhere the number is, that will get swapped with the roster. And that will now take us over to the summary tab, where this will just give you an itemized list of what you've added to the product and the charge for each one. Now this product is ready to either save, and you can save that guy. The other is you can actually just go right to add to cart and checkout. Okay, that is the end of the walkthrough of the Ultimate Builder. Thank you.